now we are going to configure the logging lockdown options. First, we want to set the max logging retry. Basically, this options allows the number of failed logging attempts within the retry time period restrictions defined below needed to trigger a lockdown. For testing purposes, I put 3 attempts. Second, we want to set up the retry time period restriction in minute. This is the amount of time that determines the rate at which failed logging attempts are allowed before a lockdown occurs. Third, we want to set up the lockout length in minutes. This is how long a particular IP block will be locked out for once a lockdown has been triggered. For testing purposes, I enter 1 minute. This is to lock me out for 1 minute. Fourth, we want to lock out invalid username. By default, logging lockdown will not trigger if an attempt is made to log in using a username that does not exist. You can override this behavior here. So I leave these options yes always. Basically, the mass logging error is that do you want it to display an error message. For example, you got an invalid username or password. Finally, do we want to show the credit link on the logging page? For instance, a credit link display such as logging form protected by logging lockdown. For testing purposes, I would leave it as yes, display the credit link. But as a preventative measure, I would turn it off by clicking on the no, do not display the credit link. Please do not get me wrong. The logging lockdown is a great tool, but for preventative measure, we do not want to let the hacker know what kind of tools that we are using for our website. Finally, I would click on the Update Setting button to save the configured options. Next, we want to test the logging lockdown options.